Holy cow! Welcome to Donnie's Hangout Adventures. And about 11 days ago, I posted a video about the hovering bat. My ex-brother, because I have pretty much disowned this jackass. I said then, 11 days ago, almost 12 days ago, that I wasn't going to go into a lot of detail about my brother. But you know what? After today, I don't really give a shit. I really don't give a shit considering what happened today and what he has caused. He's caused absolute chaos. That's pretty much what he has caused. Utter and complete chaos. And everything I have said to a lot of higher ups, they haven't listened to me. They just really haven't listened to me. I don't know if it's Ottumwa or if it's Iowa or what the hell it is, but it seems like nobody really cares about the elderly anymore. Okay, first, where should I start? This is a tough one. Let's say, okay, Friday I set up a ride for Mom from the nursing home. You know what? I wasn't even going to detail where the nursing home was or what nursing home it is. But you know what? I'm going to say what nursing home it is, and please, whatever you do, because I will be getting into that too, keep your loved ones far away from Ridgewood, which is on Alvia Road. It's over by Good Sam. It's about, probably driving wise, if you go to Fairway, it's probably about 5 minutes, but quite frankly, on foot from Fairway, I can walk it in 15 minutes. It's not too far from there. And the bus gets somewhat close to there. It's about 3 blocks and it's about 5 or 10 minute walk. Okay, so Friday I set up a ride, 10:15, and I have something strange is going on in the neighborhood because either 10:15 or the nursing home. I'm thinking the 10:15 that there's a rat because idiot, I'm going to refer to my brother as idiot, or we'll refer to him as a hovering bat. The hovering bat knew way ahead of time, Friday. Somebody, a rat from the 10:15, told the hovering bat Friday that I had set up a ride. That's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. That is a lot of days. That is 4 days to catch a plan. I'm not being paranoid here because that gives him a lot of time because he especially, he turned all Mom's friends against me, so of course he can get a ride out to Ridgewood. So there's no question he had all them days to do that.
When you're dealing with your own health problems and I am.
And we both had, a little bit of health problems, so of course we can't get a ride out there. And so that gives the hovering bat plenty of time to have to hatch his own little plan. And all this time, they could have just picked up a phone and told me, your mom doesn't, want to come over. I got a little ahead of myself there, didn't I? Because as I go out to Ridgewood today, because I had a ride set up for 11, is my wife was going to make a pre-Thanksgiving meal because buses don't run on Thursday.
I did, which I threw most of it away.
And threw most of it away. And so...
Thanks, Sean.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Hovering bat.
You would have been invited, by the way.
You would have been if, before I get into some more of this, the last video I did talked about the hovering bat. He turned me in to the Department of Human Services. That pissed me off. That was last week. What day was that? Can't remember. I think they called me on a Friday, come to think about it. So when he turned me into Department of Human Services for misuse of funds.
Even though we have lots of proof of what he was doing.
But he's the one that's been misusing the funds. And after Dad died, the life insurance And he took that money out of the bank and he used it for his own personal gain.
Don't worry,
cigarettes.
Don't worry, I'll be mailing it to all of your to your mom once a year or more.
So
don't worry, Sean, she will find out.
So there's that. Where was I?
I'm sorry.
I forgot where I was. Yes, he turned me into Department of Human Services. So there was that. He was pissed off from the last time. And he was pissed off last time that Mom was over here. That sort of ticked him off. And in all this, I'm getting a little off base here. I'm going to post some pictures here in a minute. I'm going to post some pictures here in a minute that the hovering bat has been wanting Mom to live with him. Or that Sean lived with Mom. Which is it? The hovering bat living with him. And I'm going to post some pictures that nobody seems to want to see. Nobody wants to see these pictures of how he lives.
Nobody wants to listen to us.
And nobody wants to listen to us. So, I'm going to give a little bit of a warning. These are graphic. These are really graphic. If you're one of the cleanest people on the planet, this is going to turn your stomach. So be forewarned, before you view these pictures, you might want to turn your head because you could get sick from the graphic novel of it because there's a lot of shit in these pictures. He likes to live in filth, roaches, mice, spiders, flies, whatever you will find in his room. Nobody wants to look at these pictures, but I'm going to post them, throw him under the bus, literally and figuratively. So I'm going to go ahead and post those pictures, and then I'm going to talk some more about what happened today. So I go out to Ridgewood. If you're all with me and you haven't thrown up from looking at the pictures. So I go out to Ridgewood today, and the plan is to pick up Mom to bring back here.
We were in a good mood.
We were in a good mood at the time. So I knew something weird was going on because I see Mom sitting in her wheelchair, which she always does. Then I seen the hovering bat. They were sitting at the table. So I told Mom, I know I'm going a little, I'm making this a long story, but trying to make it short, but you know how it is. So I told Mom, I said, I'll be right back. I got to get your wheelchair ready so I can get you in the wheelchair, or I want nurses to get you in the wheelchair, so for the ride to be ready at 11 o'clock. Because I got out there around 10:30 or so. And so I heard the hovering bat tell Mom, probably have another one of his 45 cigarettes he's going to have in one day. He says, I'm going to go outside. Of course, you got to have another cigarette. I'm going to go outside while they go ahead and tell Donnie. So I go to her room to get the wheelchair. The door had closed. So I seen the door open, and my first thought, oh shit, it's Sean it's the hovering bat wanting to tell me off. No, it was like a nurse, actually two nurses, and the administrator. So I was already outnumbered 3-1 in this process. Actually, it was 4-1, come to think about it. There was two nurses, administrator, and a social worker. So actually, it was already a 4-4-on-1, and they told me that Mom didn't want to see me, and my wife's name is Holly, so they didn't want to see us. I'm like, well, that's a little strange. Didn't want to see us anymore, I should say. So I go out and I see Mom, and of course the hovering bat's not there. So I asked Mom, I said, do you want to see me and Holly? Now remember, she had suffered a massive stroke, and her speech is starting to get a little better. It takes a little time. And what I could make out, which wasn't a lot, but what I could make out was Donnie, Holly, and any more. So what I couldn't make out of that was that she didn't want to see me anymore. So I'm totally at a loss at this point. So, they keep sending people towards my way to tell me that I'm not power of attorney anymore, that the state is taken over. But isn't that a little illegal for a nursing home to take over the power of attorney from said power of attorney without taking me to court?
They should have notified you. You should get something in the mail.
They said I'll get something in the mail, but I always thought this stuff had to be done in courts.
Usually.
So then, I'm not even done here.
Oh no.
So then they see I'm a little mad, upset, whatever word you want to use. So they said me go into the office with the social worker and administrator. And there was a third person in there that was pretty high up. I'm not sure what they were. Maybe some other administrator or something. I don't know.
Maybe director of nursing or something?
Maybe directory of nursing or something. She was pretty high up. She was up there with the administrator, so she was pretty high up. And they ordered me. I don't do well to being ordered around. They ordered me to take a seat. Of course, I refused. I said, no, I'm not going to take a seat. I said, you're not going to be able to boss me around like you boss a lot of these other people around. So I refused to take a seat. And of course, they proceeded to tell me the same thing that everybody else has been telling me this entire time, that Mom doesn't want to see me anymore. And here's where the contradictions that I can't figure out. I cannot figure out. The rehab at the Tumla Hospital told me the same thing. Now Ridgewood is telling me the same damn thing. One sentence they say, well, we don't want to get into the dynamics of family problems. But in the next sentence, what are they saying? Well, you and your brother have to get along. Why do we have to get along?
He turned you into DHS. Would you really want to be around someone that would go that far?
Do I want to be around somebody like my wife just said?
And that stole money from
and stole money from my mom? Do I really want to hang around a hovering bat who can turn into a vulture at any point, at any time whatsoever?
Oh, babe, don't forget he had her out by that road that one day.
And I swear,
They're not watching her.
One day I was out there last week, and he had Mom out by the road, almost like he was trying to kidnap her.
Or get her smoking again.
Or get her smoking, one of the two. So...
Oh, Sean, by the way, there's no life insurance on either of them.
By the way, Sean, when are you going to start paying the bills that you ran up? Just asking. Seriously, I mean, I know it was your responsibility, but... Oh, I know. I'm power of attorney, or I was power of attorney. I'm not now. You know what? I need a slight break here again before I continue with this, because this is going on forever, it seems like. And I forgot this part. They tried to tell me I'm calling bullshit. Excuse me. I'm calling bullshit on this. Especially if you know somebody that has suffered a massive stroke. They're trying to tell me that she's of sound mind and she can make her own decisions.
That's contradicting. Why is the state taking over then?
That's contradicting in and of itself. Like my wife said, if the state is taking over, because then they obviously, they're not of sound mind. So that seems to be a little... The nursing home, Ridgewood, seems to be on a power-hungry power trip here. It really does seem that way. I've known that for a while when they really wanted her money really, really bad for some unknown reason.
It was brought up even before the insurance stopped paying.
Yeah, it was even brought up before the insurance, stopped paying. And so there's a lot of bullshit going on, and I have to abide by Mom's wish whether nobody likes it or not.
Oh, what's weird, don't forget to bring up that they told you could still come out, though.
But I could still come out.
That don't make sense.
Even though Mom's wish is not to see me or my wife ever
So
again.
what are we supposed to do if we went out there?
So what are we supposed to do?
Just sit there and look stupid?
We can't go out and see her. I know I can't. I mean, not like I had to change my schedule around the hovering bat because I didn't want to be around him on a constant basis. And when I do see him, I just want to throw up. I just want to throw up because I don't want to be around him. And it seems like this nursing home specifically doesn't pay any attention to what the responsibilities were for the POA. They never took in the credit in my POA at all. They never acknowledged
They
it.
never even had you sign anything?
I never signed anything. There's nothing being signed. The only thing I can think of, and it's not a far-fetched, is that the hovering bat has been forging signatures this entire time. That's the only thing I can think of. And you know, with the hovering bat, this ain't about, he goes always going, oh, I love Mom, I love Mom.
No, you don't. Why'd you have her
Bullshit.
live like that, Sean?
Bullshit. It ain't even about that. It's about this. It's about that $1,300, $1,300. And one other thing. I know who is really in thick with the hovering bat. I know who it is. Because she's never liked me from day one. And that was Elaine. So I know that those two have been working together side by side when clearly she shouldn't be hanging around him either, when she also suffered a stroke. Not a major one. It was more like a mild one, you know, one of the lesser ones. So I know what's going on with that. You can't fool me whatsoever. And
We know that bingo people are confused, but the truth will come out.
the truth,
It's being worked on.
truth's going to come out.
The records will be shown.
The truth's going to come out eventually. Eventually. And
Sean, the best thing you could do is admit to your mom what you did. Otherwise, she's going to find out the hard way.
he's not going to have any conscience to do it whatsoever.
No.
He doesn't have one. He's actually proud of what he's done. He's really proud of what he's done. That's a narcissist for you. That's a complete narcissist. Somehow he turned Mom, who's not of sound mind.
He made her choose. That's messed up that he told
That's
you.
something else I forgot. I forgot that part. Is I was standing outside before I gave him the double bird and then left. Yes, I did give him a double bird. Why not? It's Thanksgiving. I gave him a turkey. No, just kidding. So I did give him a double bird, but before that, he says, "Oh, I did what you couldn't do, and that is I made Mom choose." Really? You made Mom choose between two of her kids, two of her sons, or her only sons?
That's really low.
That's about as low as you can get. There is no lower that you can stoop to. That is really, really extremely low. I go on and say it right now. I don't have a brother. I don't have a brother anymore.
You're not my brother-in-law anymore. I disowned you too.
I'm sorry, but I've disowned you.
You're not my family.
We've disowned you. To me, I think I have more of a brother and, well, my wife's son. He's more of a brother to me.
You're my brother, probably.
And Holly's brother.
I got
They're
three
more
brothers,
brothers to me.
actually. Just two you haven't met.
I think I have a better brother and somebody I've never met that lives in Oklahoma. He's a better brother to me than
Yep, you're a good
this
friend.
this idiot. Because hey, how you enjoying your phone service? Yeah, you ran up the bill too on that one. So good luck on.
That's
getting a
okay.
phone.
Donnie's got a phone already.
Yeah, I already have a phone. So I'm okay. I'll be fine.
We always figure something out,
I think
Sean.
I can add anything else to this besides
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Hope it's a good one. And
We're going to make the best of it.
We're going to make the best of it, just like Christmas. And whatever you do, keep your family far, far, far
My
away
parents won't be going there.
from Ridgewood, because there's a lot of politics with that nursing home. There's a lot of shady shit that goes on there.
We're not blaming the workers there. They can't
They
help
have
it.
some of the best workers there. just the higher ups, like the social worker and the administrator, some of those are,
They tend to turn a cold shoulder.
they tend to turn a blind eye to stuff that's going on, like, the hovering bat taking cookies out and just leaving them there and to get hard when they really could cause roaches. But then, as you've seen with pictures, he don't tend to have a problem with that. Now, I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for posting this. I know that.
We don't care.
I don't care. We don't care. We're beyond caring at this point.
We just don't want someone else to go through this with their family if it saves one person.
If we can save one person, we'll be happy.
This heartache, yeah.
Because you do not want to go through what I and we have went through with this nursing home. I'm not impressed with Ridgewood. I was told that they were one of the better nursing homes here in Ottumwa. I think at this point, I think it would have been better if she would have went to where Grandma was. Good Sam. And that says a lot. But you know what? I'm going to end this video because this is a long-ass video and I've talked, seems like forever, and I could continue to blab on about this, but just happy Thanksgiving.
And if your family is out there, keep a close eye on them, please.
And if you do have family out there, keep a close eye on them because they're not the best nursing home around. They're pretty shady. Well, that's all, folks.